Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Jukes out a one-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
On 1st down, Hurts. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On 4th down, Hurts. On the move, headed right. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He'll get this one to Brown. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Now a give running right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go. I take.
2nd and 3. Catch made by Cooks. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Kill.
Back-to-back carries here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Here we go. I take.
Back to the well again. Jukes one defender. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
47.
From the 23. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun is Prescott. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, here we go. Right take. 26.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. That's caught beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a fourth down gamble. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Here we go. 26.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
Yeah. Here we go. Right 26.
They're going to try with the wideout. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on third and goal.
Yeah, here we go. Right take. 26.
Handoff now, running right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He gets 4, but not there yet. That brings up fourth and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now third and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone.
Yeah, here we go. Right take. 26.
Now here's Prescott. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Right, set. Now love Yeti.
Right to the air, it's Hurts. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
Like a Hornet.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hurts trying again on second down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. Correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I think it looked like that was actually the primary read on the play, but it's picked off before the ball could get there.
Kate, I don't think there's any question about it. You know, the college game is a game of scheme. The NFL game is a game of matchups. And that was a matchup that they wanted and worked on all week to get their running back in a one-on-one. The problem was the defense was ready for it and took it away.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. First down, here's Dak. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Going ground on first and goal. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Yeah, here we go. Right take.
Dowdle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Hurts now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, it's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up fourth and long. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hurts throwing again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. All right, here we go. Second down. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He put everything he had into this. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Donovan Wilson picks it off. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the road. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Running left. This is Barkley. No one around. He's got space. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Has some room to work. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take. 20.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Kill. 26.
Dak off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long.
26.
Dak now from the gun. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. He's back to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. Barkley. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Marshawn Nealon, the one to send him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Cut near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26. 26.
Now Dak to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
26.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Zach Bond with the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Eagles loading up the secondary. Dime look coming, 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill. 26.
He'll throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. 1st down, ball at the 36.
First down.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Trying the right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
26.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys down by 7. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal.
Right there.
Dowdle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
26.
They give it to him up the middle. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Escapes a defender. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to first and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here he is to throw. This one finds Goddard. And that will not be enough for a first down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They give to Barkley, left side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone he had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, 46, 46. Hey, kill. 26.
He'll look to throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down.
Yeah! Hey, 47. Here we go, going to 54, 26.
One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but they're
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go from the link. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Man in motion is Smith. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Oh, he's got a man. His tight end, Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is caught! And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free, and he gains nothing.
King, Phil King. Phil, let's get it. Don't touch that.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Now a give to Barkley, running right.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 4-yard lead. It's fourth down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
They get 20 on the connection. First down, Buffalo. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. Hurts to the air on first down. A pass caught by Saquon. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
That's good for an Eagles.
Hey, Silver.
44-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he'll take it on in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Allen on 3rd down. And he'll finally eat this one. He'll go down. They got him in the backfield.
Sometimes you just have to know when it's time to go home. You got to know when the party is over, and I'm not taking anything away from the effort. It was a great job here by the quarterback to extend this play as long as he could, but instead of throwing it away at the end, he ends up taking the sack.
He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16. and move the chains. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds. On second down, here is Allen. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Hey, 73.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. A first down throw for Hurts. He connects downfield to Dotson. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Again, Hurts. He'll go right and find his running back. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for an Eagles first down. To the air again. Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. A return coming from the 14. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On first down, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On play action, Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll throw on first down with Allen. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Allen here on first down. There he goes again.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. The second down throw is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there, and it's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet inbounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills draw closer here. It's 21-14. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Look him up on a second down and 8. Once again, it's Barkley. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for an Eagles first down. On play action, here's Hurts. This one to his big tight end, Uzama. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest.
And he will get into the end zone. Dallas Goedert, touchdown Eagles.
we're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now Allen on first down. He'll find his running back, Cook. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Off the play fake, here's Allen. This one brought in by Curtis Samuel. And he will score. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Bills.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Miami. No touch that.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. Down the sideline to the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. Here's Barkley. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
He was brought down by Matt Milano.
One more time, they try Barkley. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Play action. It's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, hold. 56. Middle. That's it.
They'll drop to throw. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Middle. That's it.
Here's Cook. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. From the gun, Josh Allen. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Here's Allen. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Slay.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Great.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And this will be incomplete. John Dodson was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
By Dorian Williams. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, let's go.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. And we're underway here in South Philly. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Don't touch.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Ready, set. Don't touch it.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Don't touch.
Off the play fake, Hurts. Oh, he's got a man, his tight end, Goddard. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Ready, set.
Man in motion is Smith.
Don't touch.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. That is caught by the tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll go again with Swift. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's a short throw caught by Kmet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. And even 30 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Roschon Johnson, touchdown Chicago.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that will lead to a 2nd down. A run with Barkley. He'll get this across midfield down to the 48. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. because right now they don't have one for this guy.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. It's 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Man in motion, heading left. Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. This caught. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line. They say no to the field goal opportunity before halftime. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll indeed go. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. What a stunning turn of events. Greg, looks like they're going in for the score. Instead, they bring it back the other way for the pick six.
Yeah, I mean, how fast the tables can turn in the NFL, Mike. I mean, 1 minute, as you said, you're rolling the dice, thinking you got a chance to go and get 6. Next thing you know, you're watching the other team take it all the way the other way for a touchdown.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A play fake. Now Williams. work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Throwing again, Williams. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. To the goal line and in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears draw closer here. It's 21-14. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. He's got room to the 45. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They'll run. It's Barkley. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Hurts. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This pass caught. Right side, it's Allen. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
Just a little slow developing on that screen play there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
That is left side and taken in by Allen. To the pylon, he's in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chicago. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Now Barkley. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Here comes 2nd down. Here comes Barkley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. A lot riding on this play. Tie game. Final minute. 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down.
73.
operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Hurts. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring them down.
63, 63, 63.
Now Hurts on 4th down. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home. On second down, Barkley. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7. Sets up third and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
On third down, it's Hurts. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Second down and 8. Here's Barkley. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Once again, it's Barkley. Barkley's got the first down and more. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Big-time play for Philly. 37 yards. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from no chance at all. He'll go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
He's going to keep it himself.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll run the draw with Barkley. He slams it in there, and he is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to go go now on 1st and 10. Throwing at the start. Here's Carr. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Slay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early. Get some completions. Settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Here's Barkley, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. More from New Orleans after this. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Shaheed in motion. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans after this. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Fourth down. Here's Hurts. And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10. Carr working out of the gun. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Carr now to throw on first down. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a second down throw from Carr. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
That one taken in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return from the end zone, here's Britton Covey. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's 1st and 10. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Open man downfield is Smith. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. For any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run. We've got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Britton Covey from out of his own end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. His tight end, Goddard. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming?
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Now Barkley. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's Chase Young off the edge with the tackle. Third and long. Now Hurts. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. That's a gain of 18 yards. On first down, it's Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes. On second down, Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And he will go all the way. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles. On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He gets free inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
This will run up the gut, bro. Put him back in the middle.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pick.
I'm just letting you know, bro. This is a play action. It's a blitz. I'm telling you right now, it's a play action.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Going to Dallas, got it.
On play action. Here's
Good job.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush. He goes down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down to the sideline and I found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day.
Watch out for that. And if that's covered, I'm going circle. I'm only going one side of the field.
3rd and long for Hurts.
He's
Going to air this one out, looking for Dobson. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Oh, I'm looking at your defense, bro. I'm reading your defense. It's a way. I don't get that play off. You know
Elliott on now for the PAT.
You know what you're doing?
His kick is good.
That's
and the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
You need I'm just let me give you
so
a tip.
following
You
the
need to
score,
stop pressing,
here comes Elliott to kick this one
you
away.
Stop pressing my receiver.
Shaheed now to
you
return
get
it.
cooked every time. Oh my God! This
He's
nigga.
to midfield, inside the 20, and he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans.
This is nothing much.
Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
But I've been playing with the Eagles since last year, bro. I'm a Steelers fan.
So, things a little more interesting now.
Like
back to
personnel.
a one-score game
as
they kick it away.
They let me down, just like
this one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
But if you check the stream, if you check my stream, you will see I've been playing with these niggas since 2022. And they had Deontay Swift.
On first down, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This
has been a masterful game plan defensively. Not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. On the ground, this is Barkley. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
You see how you just came up on 26? He's finna cook that ass. All right.
They'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
But the cookie was
3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. There's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out.
Illegal contact, I'll take that. I'm sending Jihad on the fly. Give me some extra blockers.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He get his
He's
ass
going to
roasted,
air this
bro.
one out, looking for Dobson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half.
Football is chess, bro.
And that's
they call
exactly
me,
how
they
you
call
stress
me
all week,
Chuck
finishing
Manning,
a
bro.
game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike,
Man, you gotta
that should all
add
but
me,
just
bro.
seal
We can
this victory
definitely
away.
run it back, bro.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
This Ben says, but this Ben.
Shaheed now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
22 I've been playing with these niggas. Shout out to you, bro. I respect it, bro.
Here's 1st and 10. The shotgun. It's Carr. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
I ain't seen nobody with the
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 1st and 10, Carr.
I told you my alert game is crazy.
Time today, he's
I
intercepted.
told you that alert game is crazy.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Blitz them niggas again and press.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
He wise, but
from the shotgun, it's Hurts. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Cook out.
A 1st down throw for Hurts.
Oh my God.
That's caught downfield by Smith. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
next time we play, bro. I'm really reading your defense, bro. Look at the dive.
Here's Elliott for the extra point.
I got you.
He knocks it through. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
I personally think Kansas City is still the best team.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Shaheed now to return it.
Shit, I'll be playing.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
I don't think I ever seen the Carolina Panthers.
First down throw for Carr.
That was played,
That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Sorry, Patriots, I'm lurking.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And it'll bring up second down. Carr working out of the gun. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A huge play on 4th down. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal from this far out. You thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground.
And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They fought to the end, but still will come up short. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
After the touchdown, Carr and the Saints going for 2. Here we go. One final play. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses
7 in a row. Let's get it. Talking about the Eagles. Just because you play with the Eagles. Check my stream, bro. I've been playing with the Eagles since been playing with the Eagles. Been playing with the Eagles since been playing with the Eagles, gang.
On a muggy night here in Houston, Texas, it's a perfect 72 degrees inside NRG Stadium.
How many times you lose?
And we are underway from Houston.
I'm just trying to add to the number game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they said. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Coming straight up the middle, bro.
Again, it's Barkley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's complete, right around the 8. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Type shit. Type shit.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
The kid. They ain't live on YouTube with it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Random, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On the quick, right?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. A solid gain of 15 yards in the sticks road.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And out of bounds, all the way down at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Get your ass. I ain't tried. You come and get that nigga. You come and get that nigga, dog. Come on, man. Stop playing. You gotta throw that dude.
Stroud.
And
it's caught. Touchdown. Nico Collins from 3 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, you try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing his Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by that is intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That might be crazy. Let's go Smith, JR. That might be crazy.
Here's Stroud. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs, 85 yards. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
That's some bullshit. I don't know why they didn't like that.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
I'm just saying, it's greatly appreciated, my guy.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. They had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal.
I'm trying to get 6 after 3. Come on. And he missed it.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this one incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Play action. Stroud now.
Flush to his right.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is brought in at the 21. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And down inside the 14, shy of the 10.
16 more on that one, and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A first down carry for Barkley. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Stroud working out of the gun. To Mixon on the check down. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
That's what you do. That home for 5 plays. That's what I want to see.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
AKA
second and 7. Try to eat some clock with Mixon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Trap house 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down.
3rd and 5.
And my lurk game is serious. My lurk game is serious, though, gang.
Stroud looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So what are you going to do, man? You say two. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah. Come on, my dog.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Stroud.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's go.
Running left, it's Barkley.
Yeah.
Down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That first good for 20 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They go play action. Hurts.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. How about an out-of-boy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, I did not see that nigga down there. Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
A handoff. Barkley running left. And down inside the 15 he goes. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
They're now 2nd and 10 from the 13. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup. It's the 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his good tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Let's go.
Here's 1st and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Stroud.
Forced out to his left.
Take that
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right.
Yes.
That is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
I thought I was going to be asleep right now, man.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Yeah, I'm in Dallas.
Stroud to throw it.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Yes,
unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
That's how you motherfucking do it. Make that motherfucking stream pop. What up, chat? We on YouTube with it.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
That's crazy.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, yes.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Yeah, the nigga thought he had or what?
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And look at this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. That's complete inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Purdy throwing here on 1st. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit.
And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, Britton Covey. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. Broke through the tackle. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. On 4th down, Hurts. He puts some air under it deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now
Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They still have 5 to go here, third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Hurts throwing again. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
I'm still mad.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw, Purdy. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And now it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down. He has it on the QB sneak. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. And it's the 49ers who have it 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's on the move. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism, and that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time, so move on to the next one.
He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Covey now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
First down throwing for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
On third down, it's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Hurts now on fourth. He throws a bullet deep to the right. This is brought in at the 15. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Samuel now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First down throw by Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And now they face second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Escapes out to the left. And he's out of bounds just behind that line. Only a yard or two lost, but Brock, we all know, still qualifies as a sack.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team where just a yard or inches short on fourth down? Well, every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the sack.
On third down, Purdy. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on fourth down and gets them the first. Here's Purdy to throw. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash.
I missed it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Covey now to return this. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They give to Barkley, left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They kick the running back in motion. They're going for this. Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Samuel now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun is Purdy. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Here he is on 3rd and long.
I knew this nigga was
first
going.
over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Purdy on first down. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Purdy looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They just get the play off. Chased out to his right. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles get it back on the final play of the quarter.
You were saying?
A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th.
That's all of that.
It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Outside. Outside. Lemonade. Looking at this. He mad, chat. He finna lose on YouTube.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Got a man. Uzomah has it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. On the draw, it's Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that brings up 4th and short.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He's back to throw. And it falls incomplete.
The fuck out
so
of here,
the defense
man.
rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. 49ers only up by a few. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Pick your fight, bitch.
Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down.